Coming up on Next Level Backyard Wrestling Unrestricted, we have the guy who loves to fight, Evan Blake, about to go one-on-one with Jay Genocide, the killer clown, in a no disqualification bout. We have Evan Blake making his way to the ring right now. I'm going to meet that man in the ring and ask him about his opponent. Hello, Evan Blake. How do you feel about your upcoming match?
I mean, you know, there's a lot of emotions, but I'd say the most of all, I feel confident. Got definitely a strange opponent, someone bizarre, but bizarre is what I deal with. So, I would say confident.
How do you feel about your opponent? He's very mysterious, unusual. How do you feel about him?
Well, Jay Genocide is what in modern times we call a creepy clown. And what we all know about creepy clowns is that they are all bark and no bite. So that's what I expect from him.
Well, good luck going forward.
Thank you.
What does one ask a man who's about to go one-on-one with a killer clown? We are back here while we await the arrival of the Jay Genocide. There he is, ladies and gentlemen, laughing his way through the curtain. Perhaps showing us a little bit of a soft side, making his way into the ring. A bit unorthodox. You can say what you want about his appearance, about his presentation, but I wouldn't want to fight him.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this match is No Disqualifications, and it is scheduled for one fall. In this corner, we have Evan Blake, and in this corner, the creepy clown, the Juggalo Defender. This is Jay Genocide! Are you ready?
Indeed.
Are you ready? Let's get ready to rumble!
We have our two competitors circling one another, feeling each other out. We have Evan Blake, trained in collegiate wrestling, far more traditional between the two. And then we have Jay Genocide, who's wrestling a very unorthodox style, taking him with the side headlock. He's wrenching it. Evan Blake trying to make a little bit of space. Taking him back into the rope. Whipping him into the rope. And getting nailed with a shoulder block. What's he going for now? And he hits him with the clothesline. I don't think he got all of that. And Evan Blake responds with a drop kick. Jay Genocide stuck in the corner. Evan Blake hitting him with measured stomps. A few swift right hands. Getting him back to his feet. Whipping him into the opposite corner. And taking him down with a swift elbow. Evan Blake is now in control of this match. What's he gonna do now? He's going off the ropes and hits him with that elbow drop. Trying to position him for a cover. 1, 2, and he kicks out at 2. He's pulling Jay Genocide up. Gets him in his seating position. And he's nailing him with those stiff elbows. Jay Genocide rolls out of the ring. This could be good for him. He needs to make a little bit of space right now, but Evan Blake is following with a double axe handle, trying to keep this close. The closer he stays, the less time Jay Genocide has to recover, hitting him with those quick right jabs and a boot to the gut. bringing him back into the ring. That's probably the best thing Evan Blake can do right now. And I have to remind you, this match is being contested under no disqualification, so the ref can't do anything to stop this if he wanted to. Jay Genocide hitting him with that running boot, regaining control for the first time since the early stages of this bout. There he goes, whipping Evan Blake into the corner and hitting him with that power slam. What's he gonna do now? He's going for the cover. 1, 2. Evan Blake kicks out at 2. Nailing him with those rights. Jay Genocide getting Evan Blake into a chokehold. Maybe trying to end this match now. If not, doing some serious damage on Evan Blake. He's trying to get a little leverage. And Evan Blake moving him onto his back, the referee not noticing. And he kicks out. That could have been his victory if he was not positioned so poorly in relation to the referee. That may have cost him an early win. Hitting him with the running bulldog. Getting out of the ring, maybe looking for a weapon underneath. What's he got? He's got that metal cookie sheet. Evan Blake ready to make this match a little more hardcore. Hitting him in the back. And trust me, that does not tickle. Jay Genocide is being pulled back to his feet. He's setting him up so he can knock him down, caving his head in with that metal cookie sheet. That is absolutely terrifying. Evan Blake playing no games here, nailing him once again with that cookie sheet. Jay Genocide not going to be put away that easily by Evan Blake. Trying to get him back onto his feet. What's he thinking about doing now? Jay Genocide getting his second win, hitting him with that super kick. Not quite getting it all. And then getting him with that clothesline to finish off the job. He's getting back to his feet. And there he hits him with that super kick. Jay Genocide picking up the metal tray, looking to return every single hit that Evan Blake delivered to him earlier in this match. What's he going for now? Perhaps not interested in the metal tray. Maybe looking for something different. And there we go. We have a fan favorite in the old school Singapore cane. That can leave welts all over your body. Jay Genocide using the Singapore cane to strangle Evan Blake. He's giving up on that. He's going to try something else. You got to stay on him when you get in a position like this. Nailing him with that Singapore cane, not giving him that much room to breathe. I wouldn't have thrown it away this early, but it seems that he has something in mind. And he hits him with that deadly DDT, dropping him right on his dome. Going for the pinfall. Evan Blake barely kicking out. You can see the lack of strength in that kick out, barely able to get his arm up. Both men making their way back to their feet. Evan Blake hitting him with that drop kick. Perhaps out of desperation, getting him under the arm and returning that DDT he was delivered earlier. Evan Blake doesn't seem interested. Wait, where's he? I guess he's made his way behind the curtain, and it seems like he's found what he's looking for. Bringing back to the ring something a little bit unorthodox as this match has been. We have an ironing board making its way into the ring. I don't know where he got that or what he intends on doing with it. Whatever it is, Jay Genocide is going to have none of it. Hitting him with that left. Getting him into the corner. Possibly thinking about turning Evan Blake's new toy against him. What's he going to do with that ironing board? Is he going for... He whips Evan Blake's head right into the ironing board. Evan Blake kicking out at 2.5. I don't know what these two guys have left in them. They've hit each other with everything but the kitchen sink, and at this point, they've already brought out an ironing board. I wouldn't be surprised. Jay Genocide taking another good look under the ring. He's got another metal tray. He's bringing 2 metal trays into the ring right now, and he's still looking. He better not take too long. Evan Blake may make use of those. Here we've got 3 metal trays in the ring, and he took a little bit too long shopping for new weapons. Evan Blake regaining control, intending to use these against him. He's measuring something. Hits him with that leg drop. Back of the neck, onto the tray. Is he gonna go for the fall? Perhaps not the wisest decision. It would be good to try to end the match right there, but Evan Blake seems to have something else in mind right now. Whipping him into the rope. Hitting him with a spine buster onto 2 of the trays. Evan Blake wisely going for the pinfall. Jay Genocide kicking out at 2.5. What's it going to take to put this match to an end? Evan Blake breaking out the old ironing board again. He has not gotten to use that against Jay Genocide yet. He's only had it used on him, and he's the one who broke it out initially. He's balancing the board on the back of Jay Genocide as he makes his way to the second rope, dropping that elbow onto the ironing board, doing damage to both men. That's what they call a high-risk maneuver. High risk, high reward as he goes for the pinfall. And only getting a 2 count. Evan Blake has got to be getting frustrated at this point, not sure how to put the evil clown away. Going back to his old tool. Not quite done with it yet. That ironing board is bent out of shape. What's he gonna do with it now? Evan Blake looking to put this match to an end. Jay Genocide hitting him with that boot, and a calculated scoop slam onto the ironing board, bending the thing in half. Placing 1 boot on the chest of Evan Blake, thinking that's going to put an end to the match. Perhaps a little bit too arrogant. A man who wants to finish that match would have definitely hooked the leg.
Timeout, ref. Timeout.
Jay Genocide calling for a timeout to tie his shoelace. Safety first. Evan Blake making his way back to his feet. Hopefully Jay Genocide not taking too long. Still making time to meet Evan Blake's head with the metal cookie sheet. 3 devastating blows to the head. Doesn't seem ready to go for the pinfall just yet. Knows that that's not going to be enough at this point. What's he thinking about setting up at this point? He's going on to the first rope. Maybe to give himself a little bit more impact. Bringing that metal sheet down onto the chest of Evan Blake. He's kicking out at 2.5. What's he doing? Perhaps with a rush of adrenaline, hitting him with that roll-up. 2. And Jay Genocide kicking out at 2. Evan Blake noticeably enraged. That ironing board could not be used any more than it has been thus far. What's it going to take for one of these guys to put the other away and put this match to an end? Evan Blake getting him into a fireman carry position, dropping him with the cutter. This could be the end. He's going for the pinfall. 1, 2. Jay getting his hand onto the rope. Perhaps not having enough strength to kick out of the move itself, resorting to a rope break, which are still enforced in this no disqualification match. Evan's making his way to the back, looking for something new. Making his way back out. What does he have? He has some sort of a makeshift table that he tossed into the ring. Evan Blake doing a little bit of construction here. I'm pretty sure I have a good idea what he plans to do with that. Setting up the table, he's got to get Jay Genocide to the middle of the ring, and he hits him with the boot. Jay Genocide regaining control as he hits him with that side effect. bending that table completely out of shape. He's got to make his way on top of Evan Blake. That table's going to get in the way. He's moving the debris out of the ring. These are precious seconds that could easily cost him this match. Evan Blake, one of the weaker kickouts that I've seen so far in this match. A sign that this match is winding down. These men do not have much left in them, and we could be one move away from a 3 count. Both men getting a moment to breathe. Jay Genocide hitting him with that thrust right into his throat. Jay has reclaimed the kendo stick. Those swings not having as much strength in them as they did previously in this match. This bout has been going on for about 13 minutes. Neither of these guys are going to be 100% at this point. Evan Blake snatching that kendo stick out of his hands, ready to deliver some punishment of his own. Trying to move this match back into the ring. I'll remind you, this is a no disqualification match, but the match must end in the ring. It is not falls count anywhere. Evan Blake taking him by the hair. Jay Genocide being tossed back out of the ring again. It's hard to tell what Evan Blake has in mind at this point. He's tried everything. I guess it's about time he takes a little bit of a risk going to the top rope with Jay Genocide on the outside. Leaping from the top and hitting him with that flying forearm. I don't think he got all of it, but he got enough. We have both of our competitors laid out on the outside of the ring. That may have done more damage on Evan Blake than it did to Jay Genocide. Both men are really hurting right now. Evan Blake made his way back to his feet first, giving him the advantage in the late points of this match. Getting a shot in on Jay while he's down. Trying to get him back into the ring. That's how you're going to end this match. Now that he's gotten control again, he cannot give him room to breathe. He cannot give him room to recover. He's going to start beating him down. Nailing him with the kendo stick as he drives the kendo stick into the chest of Jay Genocide. Where's Evan Blake going now? This never works out well. He's going into the audience, grabbing a couple chairs. Setting the chairs up on the outside of the ring. Getting up on the apron. Giving Jay a boot to the head, reminding him to stay down. What's he thinking here? I think he's trying to set up some sort of a makeshift table here. Something on a larger scale than the first time around. Here we go. He's rethinking it a little bit. Balancing up that large piece of wood in between those two chairs. This could not turn out well. Jay Genocide coming in to make the stop, only to find himself laid out on this table. Evan Blake thinking of doing something a little bit risky here. What's he doing? Securing the top rope. Making his way up there. Going for high risk and high reward here. About to dive from the top rope all the way to the bottom. And that could leave you with crushed ribs. And if this were a Falls Count Anywhere match, I would call this match. I would say that it's over right now. But Evan Blake has to get Jay Genocide back into the middle of the ring and then make the 3 count. This becomes a bit of a challenge when Jay is incapacitated to the point where he is. He has plenty of time to make a little bit of a recovery. He's got to get back to his feet. He's feeling his body a little bit more now. But the damage has been done. Let's see if it's enough. Going for it. 1, 2. Getting his foot on the rope. Breaking the count. A sign of desperation as Evan Blake goes for it again. And he actually is able to kick out of that second one as Evan secured the leg, making sure that he could not get it onto the rope for that second count. Bringing Jay back up to his feet. Hit him with that boot to the gut, making a little distance. I think he's going for the Blake kick. And a miscalculation on Evan Blake's part as he nails the referee, only to be hit from behind by Jay, who has to fix his shoe again, but he's made himself a little bit of time. I suppose this is as good a time as ever as he picks up the cookie sheet once again. Hits him with a little tap to the forehead. Hits him with a much bigger tap to the forehead. He's sensing it. The shark is smelling blood in the water. For another, and Evan Blake hits him with a boot to the gut. Making some distance once again. Where's he going? Is he going to the top rope? Both men in opposite corners. Evan Blake waiting for him to get charged. Going for the dive and gets hit with the double knees using the cookie sheet. Waking up the referee, going for the fall. And that's all she wrote. Here's your winner. We have Jay Genocide. Wait, who's that? We have some sort of masked man making his way into the ring who made his way through the curtain and now has his hands on Evan Blake. Jay doesn't seem all that concerned. If he was going to have somebody come in, why would he do it after the match is already done? He gets hit with that double arm DDT. Jay Genocide bailing out of the ring, not having anything to do with this. Evan Blake has just wrestled a near 20-minute no disqualification match, taken countless hits to the head with various weapons. I doubt he's able to defend himself at this point. The masked assailant strangling him over the top rope. Evan Blake getting a shot in. Maybe he's getting his second wind here as he unloads on the masked man. Irish whipping him into the rope, hitting him with the clothesline. You can see how fatigued Evan Blake is at this point after his match. The two guys in a blind struggle at this point. Evan Blake certainly did not see this coming. The masked man hitting him with a rake to the eyes and dumping him out of the ring. Setting him up against that board outside of the ring. One of those same boards that Jay Genocide was driven through by Evan Blake when he dived from the top rope to the outside in the match that we had just witnessed. The two guys fighting, entangled in the curtain. Evan being whipped right back out and into the ring by the masked man. What's he thinking here? He has leaned that large wooden plank up against the ring. That same kind of plank that Evan Blake used earlier. What does he plan on doing here as he yanks Evan Blake out of the ring? He has him set up for a vertical suplex. Right through the wood. So I guess we're out of time here while we try to find some sense of order here. This has been Next Level Backyard Wrestling Unrestricted.